guys ready to dive into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All
Yeah,
right,
let's go.
hit the intro. Welcome back to the CAMO Convoy Podcast, where we talk all things overland, off-road, and the great outdoors. Tonight, we're sitting down with Paul and Bethany, the creators of Radio Chatter, the conversation-generating convoy card game. Guys, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
So where are you guys from? Because Aaron kind of met you guys and talked, and honestly, all I know are the cards. I don't know you guys.
Yeah, so right now we're in Florida, but that's not where we're from. But we are from Michigan, just north of Detroit, a few miles north of Detroit. We've been there our whole lives in Michigan, so we love it there.
Yeah.
Nice. So are you guys like off-roaders, overlanders?
Yeah, we'd consider ourselves more of the overlanders, via the off-roaders if you wanted to get in the technical, debate of the definition. But yeah, we have 2019 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 that we have an alu cab canopy camper on the back.
Nice.
So we like the camping. We have a 7-year-old. We have a dog now. So we like the camping. We like the off-roading, just venturing out, being with people and finding a good camp spots.
I was just going to ask, have you guys ever been to the Silver Lake sand dunes?
I have. He hasn't been there, but I went there just to camp. I didn't really know. I was looking for a campsite very last minute, and it was like the only campground that had a site. And while we were there, discovered the sand dunes and saw everyone driving around with the big orange flag, and was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I get a little weary with us being so top heavy with our camper.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take our rig down there.
Yeah, like I might take people there and watch and maybe rent a buggy or something.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'd flip over.
Yeah,
Aaron's sitting here just laughing and smiling. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, we've done this before.
So I have it's a Chinesium wedge camper that I threw on my first gen Tacoma, and that thing ended up showing up really heavy. It's about 500 pounds. I'm running no sway bar, and I'm throwing this thing around sliding. I went over a ditch one time and I thought I flopped it. Like it was just, oh crap, and it didn't flop. And I was like, oh, I can actually wheel this thing with the camper on the back. And since then it's been game on. Like it was not nearly as bad as I thought. Like I've been doing stupid stuff with it.
Yeah.
You found the tipping point?
Yeah, you found the tipping point, like your chair?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Listen, don't let him fool you. The first week that this thing was on, it was airborne.
Yes. I threw the camper on it, and wife and I went up into one of the state parks, and I just happened to find a launch pad, and I was like, let's see what it does.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pictures of your truck. Outside of the cave pictures, the launch picture with the camper and the camo banner is just awesome.
It's badass. Yeah, I like the landing photo of it more just because the tires are all tucked in and cambered. Like it's an inch off the ground. It looks crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So let's talk about the cards. We actually busted into them a week early. We got them last week. We did some Q&A with them, and it was really fun. So tell us a little bit about the Radio Chatter cards and kind of where that idea stemmed from.
That idea came from we got into overlanding. We watched a lot of Mountain State Overland MSO videos during COVID. And during that time, we realized that they do guided trips. We went on our first one. At the time, we just had the ZR2 with just like an alu cab topper. And then there we saw the canopy camper, and I was like, that's the kind of camper I want if we get into this full time. Fast forward to we're on our second trip, and during that trip, the radio chatter, just the discussions on the radio were a lot more, and it was fun and engaging, and it piqued my interest, and I really enjoyed when there was a lot more talking on the radio. So then on our third trip down, I started writing down questions that I could ask on the radio, but I didn't want them to be very technical because I don't know anything about, like, I'm still trying to figure out where to, the ball bearing or muffler bearings,
you ruined your own
I ruined my own show.
She lives for this moment.
I live for this, and I screwed it up.
We should have practiced. Dang it. Okay.
But, no, but I started off with questions that I felt like anyone could ask or participate, and that I was genuinely interested in. And so I think it's like our Ace of Spades is like the OG question, and it was like, what is your favorite enhancement on your rig?
Yeah.
And then from there, it was like all these other questions. I was writing them down, and we're coming from Detroit going to West Virginia, so we had a lot of time in the car. So I'm writing all these questions down. He's like, what are you doing? And I was explaining it to him. He's like, all right, cool. And then as the trip was going on, he would be like, oh, write this one down to ask later, and so I just started getting on the radio and asking, and it was a lot of fun learning about everyone's stories of how they got into overlanding or what their favorite upgrade to the rig was, or their least favorite, or their favorite road trip snack. And we got like the first night of camp, we got to camp, and people were like, I really like all the questions that you're asking. Like, I was waiting for them to be like, give me your radio.
Shut her up tomorrow.
Like, we're cutting the cord. I'm tired of listening to you. But no, everyone was like, this has been great. And then what we found around the campfire is a lot of times we would continue the conversation, or like, hey, tell me about that time, that new camper you got where you almost rolled it, or, tell me about the time, like if any of the conversations we just had prior to right now came up during a card, like that would come back up around the campfire. So
yeah,
it was just a really great way to accelerate getting to know everybody. And, it felt very much like we had been camping for a week instead of like the first 12 hours. And so just with the encouragement of our friends that we met through MSO, and some of the MSO guides were like, you should really do something with this. And we're like, yeah, maybe. And we sat on it for a little bit. And then Paul was like, hey, remember how we were talking about this? Like, I think we should do it. Like, we have some extra money. Let's just see what happens. Like,
yeah.
And I'll transition to this part of the story because this is Paul's part, but like, he is very much more of an entrepreneur at heart than I am. Like, I like working for the man and getting my paid time off and, all of that. So he has this passion to be an entrepreneur and run his own business. And so this has been a great experience for him, and just a place to learn and grow and challenge himself. And go ahead, take it away.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, so really it was her idea. She loves when I tell everybody.
Well, yeah, I like getting credit where credit's due. However, he now does like the majority. Although last week I did fulfill a lot of orders
because I was here.
Yeah,
so.
And I was like, can we discuss compensation, or this is taking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he does a lot of the work now.
Yeah, so like it started off like just a side hustle, right? We just kind of started making some cards, kind of selling it wherever, and I mean, we did that for about 3 years. We started this in 2022.
Yeah.
Okay.
When it started on paper and kind of stuff. And 2023, we actually officially launched the business and a website. And really, we both had 9 to 5s. So, the business ebbed and flowed with our time.
Yeah.
And so last April.
Yeah. Oh, congrats.
It's been a year.
Hey, congrats.
Wow, I know.
Yeah.
I left corporate America.
Get out.
Anniversary.
It was not, I actually did not intend, like, I'm not here to fool anyone. It was not because we were selling cards enough for me to leave a 9 to 5. That is that is the amazing story everyone wants to hear, but the reality is no.
Oh.
I told her that. We could afford this. We're selling cards now. No, I left. I had some other things I was pursuing at the time. But a couple months ago, I just really started pushing this harder, learning meta advertising, made it into a mobile app, and we can talk about all that, but really trying to build it into a real business. So, yeah.
You're, I definitely noticed like your social media presence is very good. It's hitting like an arrow. It is hitting the target market because I see you guys everywhere. So
You're
it's hitting.
Oh,
Good.
Paul.
Yeah.
This dumb guy.
Yeah, I think I was looking at you guys for like a month straight, and it was like every time I jump on socials, it was like, oh look, there's Radio Chatter on Facebook. Oh, they're on Instagram. They're on this.
Cool.
They're, like, I'm gonna reach out to these guys.
Yeah,
So,
That's awesome.
no,
That's cool.
I love I love how you said, Bethany, about the questions are tailored in the deck towards everybody because like I lead a lot of trips, and our groups are usually probably 50-50 between really technical people and folks that just like camping and they just so happen to be off-roading, while we're camping. And if Aaron and I are never shutting up about lateral spring deflection when we move the lower control arm mounts out, and some other guy who's new is like, these guys suck. Like, this is so boring. I like that it brings everybody in. And I mean, I'm guilty of it. There's a time and a place for that real technical chatter. And I don't think driving is really the place for it. And I know everybody that knows me and has been on a camo trip is like, yeah, Nick, we know, because you never shut up.
Yeah. I mean, it can be hard. Like, even for me, like, I mean, I'm more into this, than she is. I mean, she's into it quite a bit. She drives a lot and all this kind of stuff. But I've gone to the events and, like, I researched the truck and I've done some of the upgrades, but I'm not a typical gearhead either. That's why I bought a 02. It came factory,
ready to go,
capable, and I repair things as they break. Or I go to the local shop and tell them to repair it because I don't want to dig into it. But
or talking to others and like looking at ways to enhance or improve, like you'll dig into that. But I think it makes it easier to tackle it because if you're just like, it's a lot, right? Like if you're like here to make all the enhancements and upgrades to a vehicle, I think is a lot. So to already kind of start and then just kind of tweak as you go. When there's stuff that anybody's excited about, it's like really easy to go off and get lost in the details and talk about things that you're like really excited about, or even like, hey, I just kind of go back to like work of like this thing was really I was really struggling with this whatever, and I figured it out, and it's just like made my life so much better at work, or so I get it. But it's hard if you're not all together, and we've gone on a lot of group trips where it's like a husband and wife with their kids, or a dude that's really into it and their buddy that's kind of into it, so it's like again all over the map. And I think I enjoy getting to know people and learning about them. And I have a very weird knack for remembering very specific odd things about people. So it's kind of fun to have a opportunity to open up and learn more, and then maybe retain some odd tidbit of, people that we meet on the trails.
Yeah. Well, no, I love that. I mean, I'm really bad with names.
Me too.
I've had a lot of knocks to the head. At least that's what I blame it on. I might just be dumb. I don't know. I'm very bad with names. However, like you, I know that you had a whatever when you were 16 years old, and I'll in my head be like, oh, that's the guy that had that when he was 16, but I won't know his name. It makes me think too how nice it is to get people engaged, because I, prior to becoming an in and out box of baby factory at my house, my wife used to be my co-driver all the time. It's just we've had an infant breastfeeding for the last 5 years, so it's a little bit hard. So but I can think back to when she was actively coming out with us, that she would even look over at me and be like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
And just to kind of especially me, who typically would be in the position where I could kind of redirect a little bit, to be in the position to like, hey, let's do this and talk about something that everybody can get involved with. Because something that I don't know if it's really unique to us, but it's an attribute to Camo is we pound a lot of miles pretty frequently. There will be days where we might start at 8 a.m. and I might have mentioned that camp may be around 7 p.m., but it's like midnight,
Oh,
Yeah, that's a long day.
that's a very long day.
I can usually tell when people are getting pissed too, because the radio chatter goes to about 0. So it'll just be me up there like, hey guys, someone please talk to me.
Well, we've had feedback that the cards work well when we've had people like kind of like getting tired. That last hour before home, and they're like, grab a card. Like I can't even think of a question to ask. Like just grab a card.
He gets mad at me when we drive, and because I usually am like, wait, hey, I need you to talk to me. Talk to me. Come on, I need some engagement. He's like, what? My favorite. What do you want me to talk to you about? I'm like, if I knew, I'd be engaging in the conversation, but I'm trying not to fall asleep right now. I need you to talk to me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to using these on the way up to Michigan. That'll be a long drive. The drive home is going to be a lot longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one of the bad things is like with the trails is like either the beginning might be shorter, but then you do it and then you're like, oh, now we gotta double back and it's that much longer to get home, and
that
it's
is
tiring, at the end. And
I don't know what the name for that is, but it's the point in time where your brain and body realize that everything has come to an end, but you're not done. You've reached the furthest point and seen everything you're going to see, but now you have to get home. Whatever that point is my least favorite feeling on this planet. I can think of, we were in Meat Cove, which is the furthest northeast you can be, on Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. That was as far as we could go physically, and it was the furthest we could be in our trip, and it was like paradise. I mean, it was really amazing. And leaving there, it was like, and we camped like, I don't know, maybe right off of the island, but northeastern Nova Scotia. And we woke up the next day, and my dad was with me, and I'm from Southwest Pennsylvania, and I'm like, Dad, what's your plan? And he looked at me, he's like, why? What's your plan? And I'm like, I think I'm just going to do it. It's like, what do you mean you're just going to do it? I'm like, I think I'm just going to go through. So we did. It was like, I think 30 hours or 28 hours or something.
Oh.
But we ran out of stuff to talk about real quick.
Oh, yeah. And this is before kids, you did 30 hours? I feel like I'm exhausted these days.
This was like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have been.
3
I
years.
would have had 2 kids at that time.
All right. More power to you.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like once you have kids, like the amount of sleep that you need or consecutive hours,
maybe
it's a lot different. Like I got a puppy once before having a kid, and that first night wrecked me. Like the whole weekend. We got a puppy a year ago, and I was like, yeah, I got like 3 hours of sleep like in a row last night. I'm feeling good. Like, let's go for a run. Like
maybe it's just my age then, but
I feel like
weak.
First was like, whoa, here's your like culture shock. 1 to 2 was like no big deal. 2 to 3 was like, all right. 4 made it interesting. I will admit that 4 made it pretty interesting.
And don't you have 5 or do you have 4?
4, yeah.
4, okay.
Yeah. 5, 4, 2, and 10 months. So yeah, it's a fun spread, but yeah, to your point, I think the required sleep just goes down like an hour after everyone you have.
Yeah, you're never the same after kids.
No. No, but I'm excited because they're all starting to get to a good age where like I can load them up in the Yukon now, and we can all do this stuff together. And at least for a while, I won't destroy that truck. We'll keep it kind of chill. I'm still like on the fence on bringing one of them to Michigan. It's just it's tough to be dad and lead, especially something
Oh, yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
And I don't want to be bad at either one of those, because
Yeah.
both of the, I mean, obviously being dad is is more important, but also like, there's 10 people that took vacation and they're like, hey, Nick, I've got to count on you to not make this suck.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
So it's tough.
Yeah.
we struggle with that with our son, because when we started going on the MSO trips, I think Jacob was 2 or 3, and every year we're like, "Can he do it?" And we're like, "No, let's wait one more year." And then I think the year we were like, "Okay, we're gonna bring him." Paul actually became a MSO guide,
Yeah,
so
okay.
he'll go down and guide on some of these trips, and so it changes, because it's like, well, to your point, people are paying to be on this trip, and if Jacob isn't like fully engaged and understand and know, like, you got to behave and listen and do all the things, and it's not about you, um then he can go on a trip, but before that, no, so it's like
Yeah.
he hasn't we've done stuff with friends, like, not an official, like, guided thing, and, I mean,
Yeah.
he does pretty good, but he definitely I do feel bad for our friends that don't have kids and that are stuck with us, of like, "Yay,
We got to
yeah."
stop again. He did not pee at the last time, even though we asked 30
But
times.
we're also
Yep.
getting older in
Yep.
age, and so they're all like, "Cool, I really needed to pee again also."
Exactly.
So, like, they
Yeah.
aren't that upset, and they're
Yeah.
excited to have an excuse, but I mean, I guess on a side note, I don't know how much you do just with your family and camping, but we are very much like pro, just take your kids out as soon as possible and
Oh, yeah.
camp, and just figure there's never like an ideal time, but it's fun because it's like you figure it out. I think that's kind of like why we like overlanding, is the idea is like we're conscious about what we pack, because you don't want to be too weighed down, and so you have to think creative of like, does this thing that I'm packing have multiple uses,
Mm-hmm.
so that way it justifies like the space or the weight. And it's kind of like that with, or I explain to people are like, well, what is overlanding? I'm like, it's like backpacking but on a truck, meaning like
Yes.
you drive in and you drive out, and from point A to point B, and you have to have everything with you. And um I think that's like the fun challenge of like, okay, how can we make this work now with a kid? Or like, how can we make this work now with a dog? And like,
Yeah. It's fun. I
yeah,
took my daughter on one of the winter trips before.
wow,
That was fun. She had a
that's
blast.
impressive. I
I've had
won't
my
winter
son out.
camp.
Oh, I'm a psycho. Aaron hates it. He thinks I'm an idiot. But we
Yeah.
I will say, I mean, there's times where, and I don't know what happened in my life where this is a thing, but I actively seek out, like, I don't want to say danger, but I
Level
really
2
like
is fun.
scenarios where you have to be actively engaged at all times or something bad can happen, I guess is the best way to describe it. And I really like taking trips into the mountains in January in West Virginia, because it almost always is really terrible out. And the one trip that we had, it was like, I think it was like -17 or something, and the wind was like 40 miles an hour.
Really selling this winter
Brutal.
camping.
Yeah. And I mean, we had a guy, he was in a single tent. I don't remember who made it, but it was like a name branded
Yeah.
tent, and it ripped off of him. Like he was left lying in his sleeping bag as his tent yeeted itself off of the mountain. I mean, so I don't know. I like those things. So I feel like I've kind of instilled like the light version of that into the kids, which is good and bad because they push a lot of interesting buttons. But she, on that winter trip, to her it was almost like it's not that I'm cold, it's like, this is, I don't want to say a challenge because I'm not sure if she thought of it like that, but like I'm not just along for the ride. I have to do something, otherwise I'm gonna not have fun, you know. So she liked it, and when all else fails, there's Bluey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of tablet time. Yep.
Yep.
No,
That was a
Bluey,
lifesaver
Frozen,
for me. Yep.
Cars, How to Train Your Dragon.
That's right. Toothless.
I'm impressed that she went winter camping because I don't like being cold. I used to work outside. I don't need to do it. I don't need to prove anything.
I'll get you guys on the diesel heater life. It'll be all right.
Oh, well, that's the other thing. Paul
refuses
to get a heater in our truck.
I'll winter camp. I'll winter camp, but I won't put a heater in the truck.
My dad
I won't winter camp without it.
I'm like the anti-gear guy. I just like mechanical truck stuff, and then I literally eat like cold food. However, I think that the diesel heater is just the slickest thing, and I love using it. It's literally my only piece of gear. I don't even bring a stove. I've been gone for weeks at a time, and I just bring like a single jet boil. That's it.
I'm the exact opposite. Like, I'm bringing the deep fryer. I've got the diesel heater. I've got enough blankets for everybody up at the top of the camper. Like, I will not be cold, and I will not be eating cold food. Like, I'm going to be comfortable.
Yeah. This dude makes gourmet fries in the middle of nowhere.
That's awesome.
That's a good balance then, right there.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
it is.
Right?
We have a member. He's pretty much a regular. His name's Marco, and he makes like birria tacos. Like gourmet street taco. I mean, they are incredible. And I'm like, where are these ingredients coming from? We've been out here for days. My beer's already warm. You're not going to catch me with a fridge.
But, you need a fridge. I'm telling you, ice pops in the summer. You need it.
I will get one for the Yukon just because why wouldn't I?
Yep.
It's literally pre-wired back there for one, so it would be foolish to not do it. I'm struggling with accepting the fact that I'm probably going to get some overlandy things for the Yukon. I mean, when I put the awning on, I was like, well, here it is. May as well just buy an RV now, nerd.
That's a good question. Something like, what's your tipping point? Or like, what was your
tipping point?
Yeah, or like, what was that piece of gear that like pushed you over the edge?
Yeah, that is. For me, I feel like when I got my, it was a combo because I got them at the same time. I got deck drawers and a soft topper, and that was like very overlander for me. That was like, for me, I was shocked that I did the drawers. But I was so sick and tired of being the tote guy.
I think mine was lockers.
Yeah, but that's like off-roady.
Okay. Overlandy. Battery bank. I love my battery bank.
They're so handy.
You're like, wow.
Yeah.
Look at how much nicer life is because I have this piece of equipment, and that is
there's
something...
There is nothing like air frying megabytes while you're moving.
Listen, we are in the staging lanes of the 24 hours of Appalachia. Like, this is if you're not familiar with it, this is a charity event. It's amazing. It is not a race. It's an endurance rally. They give you the route. You got to follow it. To me, it's like I'm representing the United States of America in the Olympics. All right. So like, I'm sitting there, I'm locked in. I want to throw up. I'm like, let's go. I look up. He's got his air fryer going in the staging lanes.
You gotta eat.
Yeah, he's ready to go all night.
Meanwhile, I considered taking my passenger seat out to save weight. He's cooking on an air fryer.
The look on his face was priceless when he realized.
Did he eat any, though? Did he eat any of it?
Oh, I think so.
No. Well, I did. He did not.
I was wondering if Nick ate some. Like he's gonna razz you, but then he's like, can I have a few?
Hungry,
Can you throw me a few through the window?
No, I'm like strict digestive halting foods, then caffeine and nicotine. That's pretty much it for the period of the event. But yeah, man, when I saw that was that was so funny. Well, listen, so we've talked about these cards for a little bit, but I thought it would be really fun for the last half of the show here if we actually opened them up and went through them a little bit, because we do have a Q&A segment. So what better way to do Q&A than the radio chatter Q&A? So, Aaron, I don't know if you have your cards, but I do have.
I do.
So I'm going to give them a little shuffle here. So let's play. Let's play. Full disclosure, I said I was going to cherry pick. I didn't.
That's okay.
All right. Ooh, I love this already. What destinations are overrated?
Ohio.
Yes.
Yes.
There's actually correct answers to these. That's it.
That's a good one.
The one that comes to my mind is Peter's Mill.
Oh, you stole mine.
I think it's nice that place exists. I don't even really think it's that pretty in there. I don't really like that you need a pass to be there, and the fact that it has a badge of honor for Jeep is like the most insane thing I've ever seen. Because it's like a driveway.
Yeah, it's a gravel road. Mine's probably the Acetig OSV.
What's
going
that?
out in the sand. I think that's overrated. It's $175 a year for the pass. And like, if you're going out there fishing, okay. But like, I think beach camping kind of sucks with all the sand.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good point. The Corolla one's kind of okay because it's free, but it's short and you can't do anything. It's basically 2 travel lanes, Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Other than Ohio, what do you guys think?
So I think when we created the card, I think in my head, at the time I had never been to Moab, but every time I said what we did, everyone's like, "Have you ever been to Moab?" And I was like, "God, like I don't know that I ever want to go there because I'm just so sick of everyone talking about
Talk about Moab."
Now I did go 2 years ago, but we only did fins and things. So we were kind of going through it. So I can't really judge it, but like it was fine. But I preferred the non-Moab Utah trails, Green River area way more than Moab.
So you're familiar with Green River. Okay.
Yes.
Were you there in the summer by chance?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to tell you a really quick story because you're going to laugh. When I was 19 years old, I had picked up a brand new Yamaha FZ09 the first year that they came out. I might have been 20, but first year, like launch edition, right? And I get on this thing and I'm going west solo. I'm riding across the country. And it was amazing. I did the whole loop. The weather was incredible, but it was getting hot. And I'm like, whew. I need to get to some place that's not so hot. And I'm just looking on this map. It's not a topo map. It's literally like the USF paper map. What I had done is I ordered from their website because they'll send them to you for free if you put in the big full-size paper maps. And I literally drew my route on these maps that I taped together on my bed at my parents' house. Okay. Well, I needed to deviate because it was so hot. So I thought, oh, Green River, that sounds good.
Well, you have to go to the river, though.
Yeah, well, I didn't even see one because it was dry as shit. So I was like, I thought I was going to die. I had a black helmet on. my
Oh.
shoes were black. My feet were so hot. I was trying to tuck them up under myself riding. I come across this guy. He's on a some kind of cruiser bike, and he's got his bike leaned up on this like old fence post, hiding in the shade. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Are you good? He's like, Oh, I'm just getting hot. I'm like, Do you have water? And he's like, Yeah, I have water. Don't worry, I'll be fine. And I'm like, Well,
It was
I
for
don't
me.
I don't know what to do. So I ended up I kept going, and that was the hottest I've ever been. It's so funny you mentioned Green River. But so I'd never been out in Utah in a truck, but I was there in my bike, and I went through like the was it the Wasatch and Camas, Utah, and I loved that. And I thought that area was much prettier than Moab. Again, Moab, super cool. Just I tend to agree with you there.
Yeah, I mean, we went through like last year the Uinta Mountains and things like that, and like on the east side of Salt Lake City and up to there, and it was awesome. In the San Rafael area, like it was.
I went with him on this trip to Utah last year, and I was kind of disappointed because originally he's like, we're gonna go to Idaho. I'm obsessed with Idaho. I've been there like briefly once.
I'm watching Instagram videos.
Yeah. I mean, but it just sounds anyway. So I was like, cool. I want to go to Idaho. And then he's like, well, actually, no, it's gonna be more Utah. And I was kind of like, meh, okay. But pleasantly surprised, and like what Paul was saying, like it was absolutely beautiful. But we were on the other side, and there was like, I mean, we started off in Green River, and then quickly changed and became more like trees and mountains and greenery. And just really beautiful views. But yeah, I have a new respect for Utah after that trip.
Yeah. Idaho is, if I'm not mistaken, they have a BDR route. If you're familiar with the BDR organization, I think Idaho has a BDR.
I'll have to look and see. Yeah, we're doing so it's part of Mountain State Overland. We're doing our series is Hammer Down, and so we're doing the Trans-American Trail.
Oh, great. That's
and
cool.
So, but last year, because you said like summer, we were in Green River 2 years ago in the summer in August. It was hot. We finished in Green River. So the Trans-American Trail goes around to it'd be the west of Salt Lake City. So like the flats, and it was going to be August. So we're like, that sounds terrible. So I created a different route that went on the east side, like through the mountains, and reconnected to the Trans-American Trail in Idaho. So we just kind of bypassed it because I'm worried about the heat. And it turned out to be like 67 the whole time in August.
Yeah.
Like it was amazing.
Except for the one night it rained and like my feet got wet, and if there's something I learned is I thought it was going to be hundreds every day. So I didn't, like a low of 80. So I didn't pack like any wool socks, but now I don't care. I'm always packing because my feet get cold, and
we're all screwed.
Yeah.
Same.
Honestly, yes. Same. So much so, and I complain about it so much so that as a white elephant gift, I was gifted travel boot dryers.
Travel ones.
Really nice. They're just like about the size of this mic, maybe. And they just slide into your shoes. You turn them on, and they just have a little blower, and they heat up. Wake up in the morning to some nice warm boots.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, putting on wet boots is not fun.
Yeah, I'm
warm
right
boots,
there with
though,
you.
It's fun. Yes.
Yes, especially when you're coming on a January trip with Camo. All right. Ooh, what is your favorite camp activity?
All right, we can start this one. You guys start the last one. So, man,
hanging out.
Yeah, I was thinking like, I like, I don't know. If we have like a river or something, just like hanging out in a river, sitting there, like just hanging, and I like having a little bit of music in the background, not like just like music playing off the phone, not necessarily like sitting around a campfire playing a guitar, but just something like that, just kind of the good vibe. But like, let's just say we're like, hey, no, we have to do like an activity. Like I like throwing a frisbee or something like that. I think that's like just to get out and like, I don't know, talk to people, like. You should throw a frisbee.
So my favorite is when you get to camp and it's like not sweltering hot, but we have the canopy camper, or like you have a tent, maybe soft sun, the windows are down, breeze.
Wow, this is getting very descriptive.
Taking a nap.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yes. Are you hammock people?
We like never bring our Eno.
Well, we did.
What was it? Whoa. No. When we forget it, we'll be at a campsite with a million trees, and then we'll have it, no trees.
No trees.
We always have it. We always have had it for like the last 4 years, and I just took it out. We've actually carried 2 for years. But we never have trees. So then I brought it down to 1 because I'm like, why am I taking 2? This is like, there's a card in there about what do you argue with, and that's 1. And now we carry 0, and we have yet to wish we brought 1. Mm-hmm. But we will have that day where we finally have trees, but in the last several years, not enough where they can connect. Yeah. You know, like it's like there's trees, but it's like
just barely.
Yeah.
I don't know. We always seem to end up in fields or something.
I do the exact same thing though. I've got a hammock in my truck. It's been in there easily 3 years, if not 4. I've never pulled it out. I don't know what it's like. All the straps are still in the rubber band. It was on sale at Sam's Club for like $20, and I was like, "In the truck it goes. I'll use
You're
this."
You're gonna get it out. You're like, "Oh, I'm missing a strap." Damn it!
Yeah, it is nice. Yeah. Like I have been in situations where they've been there, and to like have a book, or I mean, and it's like even I would say it's more of like being able to like go and read or take a nap. Or the times where, for whatever reason, Jacob isn't with us, because I can't like in my good, like in clear mind, like do that knowing like he's having to do something so that I can go take a nap. But if he's not with us and he has his time to spend how he wants, I'm like, I'm taking a nap like this and just sleeping and having that nice breeze hit you. And it's just, it's that. I love that. That's my favorite thing. Well, that's cool. I mean, I really enjoy that, but I also enjoy hanging out with people.
I like the nap. I would have to say, this is also kind of oddly specific, but when camp is set up and the quiet guy starts talking, I always really appreciate like, okay, this person's now comfortable, you know, and I really enjoy that. You know, we've had the unique opportunity to meet like a ton of people, and I can usually tell, like, as you know, when everyone lines up, I can tell like, oh, that's the quiet guy, you know, but like, I want to know you, quiet guy. I'm the opposite of the quiet guy. I understand that. I work on it, you know. but I really enjoyed that. I also, anytime that I get to cosplay as like Mr. Bushcrafter, I really, really enjoy that. That's like, if I can bring out the fixed blade and have any like actual real reason to use it, like I'm living. That's
so like when the matches are wet and no one's lighter's working, you're like, this has been I've been training for this. Get out the
like,
flint.
I'm trying to think of a real example. Oh, like an awning pole breaks, and I'm just like, shing, MacGyver. You know? Just ready to just whittle this little thing. Like, I'm in my vibe right there for sure.
You win for oddly specific.
People are like gassing up at the rest area, like on the way to camp, and he's rummaging through and breaking people's tent poles and stealing their lighters. He's like, today's the day. Today's the day I'm gonna shine.
Yeah, how can I be creek steward today? You know? I need longer hair or some hair at all. What do you got, Aaron?
I enjoy cooking, but I think the air cannon has probably been the most fun around the campsite. I bought one of the $50 bead blasters and stuck a PVC pipe on it and sack potatoes, man. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah. So you're the guy that always has the fun toys and
I try to be.
Things. No, it's great.
Oh yeah, I mean we've camped with people that bring out the Musk flamethrower and you know things like that. You're like, wait, you packed a flamethrower?
Leaf blower. Like, where?
Oh yeah,
yeah. His car was like a clown car overlanding. Just kept pulling.
I
shit
have
out.
been in the little overlanders room and been aerated with a cannon before.
A cannon, like tin can of food,
Wait,
or can?
I feel like
So
I've heard of this.
it is basically the upper receiver for a rifle where a blank fires a can.
Jeez. Okay.
So,
all right.
yeah, I just heard this boom, and just,
Is it full? Can you catch your can and open it up and drink it?
so we tried it, but it's actually like this thing's falling at like terminal velocity, so it's like
You're breaking
then
fingers.
we're like, yeah. When he had done, I don't think he'd ever fired one before. So then we're like, well, now you have to find these cans that you just launched out here. But yeah,
so you don't have to
like
track down a potato.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't want to be the Bud Light Americans and just leave half of camp at camp. But I guess with the potato, you just plant potatoes.
Feeding the wildlife.
You're helping the next camper.
Yeah.
They got potatoes next
When they
time.
forget their food.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how we should fix the erosion issues at Mauer Base.
Taters.
We'll just plant potatoes.
Pneumatically.
Oh. All right, let's see. If you could go on a road trip with any famous person, who would it be? Did we pull this one last week? We did, which is fine because we didn't answer it. It was the giveaway.
Yeah.
So we could do this one. So road trip with a famous person, who would it be?
So before we answer, I'm gonna ask. We've played this one a few times. What do you think the number one response is?
And are very limited.
And I mean, I've asked this a dozen or more times to people, and there's a clear winner.
Ted Nugent?
No.
So I was actually thinking musician, but I'm gonna say gearhead. Dale Earnhardt. Got to be Dale Earnhardt.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, cool guy. I feel like he's quiet.
Yeah, I know. I don't get it. It is.
But you said the favorite thing is when the quiet guy opens up.
This is true.
I don't know why, but it is a very common response. We get Adam Sandler quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then you'll get random people, but Keanu Reeves is by far the number one response I've heard. I don't know why, but
a Keanu Reeves. That's a good one. I mean, I know really nothing about him, so that could be cool.
So for us, I don't know. I think Aaron should go first on this one. He hasn't gone first yet.
Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
Force him on this one.
George Carlin.
Okay.
You have a good fun laughing time.
Yeah. He's gonna keep it real, down to earth. He's gonna shoot everybody straight. You're gonna laugh. Yeah.
No, I feel like, like Dale Earnhardt would be like kind of cool, but thinking logistically, he would also just be kind of quiet and he would just sit there and not really be all about this road trip.
He'd judge you on your driving.
He would be driving too slow.
Yeah, he would be bored, and he wasn't really. What I think would be fun would be Gunny, like the Full Metal Jacket drill instructor.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a really fun dynamic. I feel like I could have a good time with that. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe not Private Pal, but yeah, that could be good.
I always think, my common response is I always think like Dave Grohl would be fun. Like I like musicians, or I like people that have stories. Like I would just want to hear some stories,
You
or
never
like
want to hear my stories.
No, I've heard your stories so many times.
Whatever.
I need to hear your stories.
Whatever. Stories are great. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have like some of these. I have a canned answer because we wrote the.
Right.
But I struggle with this one, and I think it's just like honestly what my mood is. I think like funny Will Ferrell would be fun. But then like I also like to cook, so I feel like going on a trip with like a chef or someone who
smart.
could learn, and then also like usually they're travel, because I travel the world to try different cuisine, and we get to camp, and then he can tell me everything I'm doing wrong so I can get better at cooking.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be fun.
That's a good one.
That's
it's
my
got to be
own,
Guy
like,
Fieri. Duh, that's such a good answer.
Yeah.
That's like diners, what is it? Diners, drive-in,
Yeah.
dives or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
So
If it was overlanding, though, I feel like I'm a big Stacey David fan, so I think that would be really sweet. Maybe he'd let me take Copperhead. He's the guy from Trucks, like the old Spike TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
even if you did like Alive or Dead, or like, it'd be cool to like take Teddy Roosevelt out or something.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Actually, that's a good
that would
point.
be cool. Like if you
Yeah.
could bring him back and like
Daniel Boone or
Daniel
Danny
Boone or
Rose.
someone like that.
Yeah.
But bring him to this time.
He's like, you guys think you're tough. What can you do? You got diesel heaters and an air fryer. I had a mule.
He'd just be trying to kill
machete.
stuff for like, when do we
While
do
we're
the
driving.
killing?
Like, no, you can't do that. National Park, not allowed here.
Oh, yeah, no more buffalo. You guys actually...
Kill them all.
Yeah. That's actually a really good one. That is funny.
Yeah. Well, we were just watching that movie, whatever, The Night at the Museum.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
And, like,
same today. My kids were watching that literally today.
I've never seen it. We just watched them, not too long ago, and then Teddy Roosevelt just kept coming alive. And I've read about him, and we went to the park, and I was like, that actually might be kind of cool, especially if it was played by Robin Williams.
Oh,
like
God,
if I could have the mix, that'd be even better
him
yet.
playing, have Robin Williams
Robin Williams playing Teddy
I'm
Roosevelt
gonna remember
in
that
my
one.
truck.
Yes, that would
That's
have been great.
that's my new
Yes.
answer. No, you can't.
Nope.
Nope.
That's epic.
Trademark.
Too bad.
TM.
It's my
Trademark. Yep.
That's awesome. All right, let's do a couple more. Oh man. What camping problem has yet to be solved? What camping problem has yet to be solved?
So for me, I'll say she does like to cook, and so she likes to cook, when camping, and she does good like prepping and all that stuff. I hate it. Meaning, like, I don't mind cooking. It's not that. It's I'm exhausted on the trip, especially if I'm guiding.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to stop, have a beer, and just talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So for me, like, what has yet to be solved is like, the Blue Apron of overlanding or something. Like, where's my hot meal delivered when I arrive to
That's
camp?
not Blue Apron. That's like Uber Eats.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, Amazon droid, something, drop me a hot meal, or just some kind of hot, ready, good tasting, because I like to eat well when I'm not like the big hot dog hamburg, macaroni and cheese kind of guy. Like, we do that, but I want to eat good too, like good campfire meals, but I don't want to cook it. So that needs to be solved somehow. Well, it's solved by her, but when she can't come, when you can't come, I need a different solution.
Yeah.
I just bring Aaron. No, that is a good one. I don't like cooking at all. The faster that I can consume something and not have to clean anything up, the better. So for that reason, I'm just a freeze dried guy. I'll blow triple the amount of money that I would, more than that, quadruple the amount of money that I would spend just buying the ingredients, just for the ease of hot water, go in bag, fork, go in bag and eat, I've even gone as far, if you're familiar with Craig Lake in Michigan, we backpacked there. We home-based a little cabin, and, I guess you could call it backpacking. And for that week, and I think it was 10 days, I did like civilian grade MREs the entire time. I didn't cook a single thing. And it doesn't bother me. Some people are like, oh, you're disgusting, but I don't mind it. But I'm fully with you there. I don't like to cook at all.
Yep.
Mine is the heated camp chair. Why does this not exist?
Oh.
That's really good.
Like, you're sitting there around a fire and your back's always cold, and you're standing up, spinning, you're in the smoke, like, if you just plugged your heated camp chair into your battery bank, eat your waffle fries, your Wagyu burger. Like you're in good shape, man.
You ought to pursue that one. That's
a good one.
That
is. We
I
need
mean,
to
Did I give away a good idea?
we'll just edit that out and we'll contact Alabama
Yeah.
tonight.
Well, I mean, like for Christmas, my dad got us battery operated blanket, like heated blankets, like
Yes.
essentially like an electric blanket.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it actually plugs in or if it's.
I think it can do the cigarette, like the 12
okay.
volt.
But it's like I feel like you could take that and sit on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I think you could definitely do something where it like runs through and either you can hook it up or have it like be battery powered.
I like you're by the campfire, you're by heat. How do you just take that heat and put it in your back?
Oh yeah, like almost like a solar panel.
It's like radiant,
but not
radiant
solar,
heating
but
somehow.
heat.
You know.
Yeah.
So
like
I've thought about this
umbrella.
Water pump that goes through.
Well, that's where I was going to go.
400 pounds for your seat.
I've been
Very
looking
efficient.
at those like cattle trough hot tubs where you just put like a coil of copper on your fire and start it like 10 feet away. Like, yeah, that would work. Be a lot, but
yeah, your chair would be massive, but
yeah,
you'd be warm.
Yeah. You'd be. Mine is like the cab organization between our clothes, the snacks, usually our son and all of his toys, just all the things. Like the organization in the truck, it drives me nuts. It's just never, I haven't figured it out yet. Or like even just the snacks itself, like you'll pack it, but once you start digging, things fall, get crushed, like all the things. Like what can you make that's not super bulky and rigid because it's usually wedged between, it needs some softness, but some structure.
Easy to get to.
Yeah,
easy
and like
to
almost,
open.
I wonder if like one of those like shoe store things. So that way it's like, this bottom thing has like the Oreos and you can slide in and out and, like chips go here or something. I don't know. But that's the thing that drives me nuts is like the snacks and the cab organization.
Mine, so this is a little bit crude, but this is the first thing that came to mind, and this is going to be packing out your own waste when you're in like a sensitive area where it would be the right thing to do that. I mean, I know there's the like the lime-filled Ziploc bags, but like you're still then putting that in your garbage bag, which is where, if you're in an SUV, it's in your truck.
That's a good point.
Oh.
I mean, you could do it outside.
Yeah.
Track, but when you're going through Green River, it gets hot and stinky back there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know what the good, like clean, green, tread lightly, friendly thing to do there is. I feel like it's just, it can be gross,
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
Especially
I need to add that to my list though for my next trip. I need to buy some more of that stuff.
That whole problem is why I want to get a one of those stainless mesh fire pits because I feel like people think the fire pits are the answer, and I don't like cooking hot dogs over that.
That's so true. You brought that up before, and it has ruined fire pits for me. Like you literally did. Like I'll even be at a state park and I'll see a fire pit, and I'm like, somebody burnt their poop there.
Oh, I never thought about that.
I know. I'm sorry. I ruined them for you now too. But yeah, I
just
can't
think
look
about
at them the same.
pigtails.
Yeah. Those fire pits are really cool though.
Yeah, our friend. Yeah,
we use
I've
them
been
all the
wanting
time.
to get you one of those.
Yeah, they're cool.
Surprise.
They fold up pretty small too.
Okay.
But we've had some the hard-sided ones. We've had the roll-up ones. They come in great, especially if you end up camping in a spot that, like we camped at a spot a few years ago where people clearly had been there, but it was very unclear if they should have been there.
Yeah.
So, but we rolled in late at night. It's kind of like, okay, well, we're not the first, but let's not use these pits because we're still not clear if anyone's supposed to be camping here.
Yeah.
So very tread lightly-ish, and they've come in handy there to not make it any worse.
Yeah. This is another like gift that I received that I never thought that I would have wanted until I got it. One of the fire cans, like the propane.
Yep.
It's really not even so much for me, but like when my son goes with me, he's 4, and we had just done a trip where we boondocked. It, it wasn't like even it was actually a parking lot just in the middle of nowhere. And I could tell he was like a little bit nervous because it was completely pitch black, super, super overcast clouds. So there was no moon, no stars. And there was like coyotes that were calling back and forth all night. So I could tell he didn't say anything, but I could tell he was like pretty nervous. And just having the ability to start that fire that left nothing, it was like an instant, like, oh, okay. It's almost like written into our DNA that like, ooh, fire good, fire safe,
Interesting.
So that was pretty cool.
For us being over here, on the east side, we're not used to the fire bans and stuff as much as out west with those cans. So like I never really saw the benefit, but I've been out west the past couple of years and we're everywhere we were camping. It wasn't until Idaho we couldn't have a fire until we got to Idaho.
Yeah.
So all of Utah was like a fire ban for like the last 2 years.
And it kind of does. It's funny, like not having that option for a fire definitely is like we eat dinner and we kind of sit around, but we're like, well,
gonna go to bed.
We don't have staring at each other in the dark. So
nothing to stare at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to talk to a bunch of strangers is just everyone stares not at each other. You stare at the ground.
Yeah.
All right, what do you say? Want to hit one more?
Sounds good.
Sure.
All right. Oh man. What do you do when you're not on an adventure?
Drag our kid around to different sporting events.
Yeah. What sports is he in?
Lacrosse, flag football, basketball,
maybe swimming,
maybe like he's tried them all. He's done soccer, but lacrosse and football. Well, flag football right now, but tackle starts this year. He's going to try that. So,
and I love lacrosse, man. It was my group going through school. We were the group that started lacrosse as a school sport at our sport. So, we went in front of the school board as 7th graders. Could you please make us a school sport? We'll make our parents pay for everything, and and they did. We were a school sport, and I love lacrosse, and I loved it so much because we were all a bunch of dumb football guys who had no finesse. Well, all of the rich, really finessey kids had no idea how to handle a bunch of dummies like us. So it worked out. It worked out really well. But that's so cool. I love hearing more people getting into that sport and it traveling. I mean, I know Michigan isn't west, but for me, Michigan is west. So hearing the sport travel makes me happy. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But if I'd say, if we set the kids aside, I'm trying to think like what if I can get out and mountain bike. I like to mountain bike. I love to go
around on your truck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a putzer. I love to just putz outside, but I love going. We go to a lot of live concerts. I go more than she does, but I love going to live concerts. Those are like some of the other hobbies, I guess, that I have that aren't related to outdoors per se.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So this is like a shock to everybody, but my profession is actually a safety professional. I industrial safety, residential, commercial safety. That's kind of my thing. Basically, I just put my hands on my hips and shake my head when utilities get hit. That's been my MO for like the last 3 weeks. It's incredible. You'd think that we have a system so that doesn't happen, but that's the day to day. Really just being dad a lot. I go to the gym at the middle of the night because I can't really go until after the kids go to sleep. But I'm a hobby guy. RC whenever I can find time to charge a battery. I've been last year I'm really disappointed that I didn't get out and mountain bike as much as I wanted to. The year prior, I did ride a lot. I have this war with myself where I could be a pretty solid mountain biker if I would like cut weight and be normal mountain biker size, but I don't like that. So I'm just this cow, that likes to ride like snowshoe bike park and stuff. So I tear bikes up, which is probably half the reason that I haven't ridden as much as wheel sets hate to see this guy coming kind of deal.
So is that Snowshoe, West Virginia?
Yeah.
They have a bike park there? I didn't know that.
Oh, dude. So are you into like the downhill scene at all?
I have. I mean, I've done it several times, but there's not as much downhill in Michigan.
They're
mountain biking. So.
Converting old ski hills into it.
Yeah.
So they have like the World Cup there. It's like legit. It's really, really,
that's cool.
Really fun. There's one line in particular. The trail's called Skyline. It's I think it's 3 or 3.5 mile run of just flowy tabletops through the woods like forever. And by the time you get to the bottom, you're like, you're dead. But it's a really, snowshoe is like a very, very close place to my heart, even though it's 4.5, almost 5 hours away from me. For one reason or another, I've been there with family or my dad or the Camo crew pretty much every year of my life since I've been born. I really love it there. So if you have the opportunity to go, it's really, cool. Really nice there.
No, it's good to know. I didn't know.
I'm going to give my shameless plug. I have zero affiliation with these people other than the fact that I love them, but just down the road from Snowshoe Mountain Resort is the Cass Scenic Railroad.
Yep, been there. Yeah.
Dude, the best.
Yeah, you've been there. I think
the best.
On an Amazon trip. I thought we've been there.
Yeah. There's something just visceral about a Shea locomotive that just brings me life, man. That is just the coolest thing. I'm not really Mr. like, ooh, I love trains, making grilled cheeses at night, I'm not like that. But I mean, I really enjoy that. And the people that work there are really cool. So
have you been on the train there? Because I've only seen
I have. I've ridden it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And actually my first time riding it, I was probably like 2nd or 3rd grade, actually.
Okay,
so it's
cool.
been a while. And it was the Halloween train. So I dressed up as Fred. The rest of my family were the rest of the members of Scooby-Doo. But yeah, I mean, I've gone back there probably every year since. I'm 31, so I guarantee you I've been there at least 30 years concurrently. So I do. I love Snowshoe. Yeah, but to wrap all that up, basically I'm just dad trying to find time for hobbies while being dad.
Yeah. So I'm usually on my one wheel when I haven't broken my collarbone off the front of it. That was last year. That really sucked. Don't break your collarbone. But a lot of fishing or dadding, and there's usually something broken in my lap that I'm fixing.
Cool.
Yeah. No, that's cool. And it's funny. So we did like 4 or 5 cards there, and that was 40 minutes of the 4 of us to, sit here and, that's 40 miles of driving that otherwise could have been silent. So that's fun. And, now we know way more about each other as people than we would have if we just would have been sitting here talking about, what do you think about the 5100 versus the Fox Adventure? Just like sound like bots on Reddit talking about. Yeah. So I appreciate that there's like the heart and soul that's still there.
Yes. Yeah.
And
we spent a lot of time on the cards. Yeah. I mean, like we started, like it was.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just if we all could speak, then that's one thing. But I'd be like, excuse me, guys, what are you talking about? What is that?
Yeah.
It's the way my wife is with it.
Yeah, same.
Yep.
So if I'm not mistaken, there's another version of this, right?
Yeah, sure. Not as big. We have what we call an expansion pack. It's only 17 cards. and it's not safe for radio. We call it not safe for radio because technically vulgar, crude sexual language should not be mentioned over GMRS. And that other game is very much so that. So
or could lead to
that. The questions are very lead into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
FRS.
that's probably true, or probably lots of other ways. Yeah, when we first created this, we had a lot of people talk about like Cards Against Humanity. So we're like, well, let's make like an adult version, but we didn't want to do full 52 cards because honestly, that's hard to come up with 52 questions.
Yeah, you need some like sicko
inappropriate. Yeah. So we came up with a lot, but we narrowed it down to like 17. We're like, you know what? If we do 3 different expansion packs in the future, it'll fill a deck of cards. So yeah, we do have that. We have other games in the works. Some are conversation games, some are not. Okay. So we're just like around the campfire type games. That's part of what I'm hoping to accomplish by working on this more, I'll say more full-time, is to be able to produce more products because that takes a lot of time to do that. So that's what we're working on. So hopefully this year we'll have a couple more products launched. I mean, the mobile app is launched. So that was like my first thing because a lot of people have asked us too, like, maybe they don't want a deck of play. I mean, it is a deck of playing cards. So like if you want to play cards at camp, you can play cards, but some people don't want that or they don't want to carry it, whatever. So mobile app was number 1 requested thing. So I had to get that launched. So that is launched. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Now, did I see, so first off, the case is great, like nice little add-on, but it really is nice. Yeah. But did I see that is it Blue Ridge Overland that you guys, is it a partnership or just? Yeah.
So the guys at Blue Ridge are friends of ours. We met them through my work with Mountain State Overland.
Yeah. Okay.
And when we started early, they were big supporters of ours. And I just said, you guys be open to like make a pouch for us?
Yeah.
And it's very similar to their radio pouch, like a GMRS radio pouch. They just had to extend it just a tad. Yeah. And then we tweaked the design a little bit. So it's got Velcro on the back, but also you can, it's got like, you could attach it to like Molly.
Yeah.
So like we wanted to have a couple different options. So they made a limited run of ours. We have a few left, so we're doing pretty good. We might try to reach out to them to do some more of that. But yeah, it was just like a fun thing.
That's cool. Yeah, their stuff's awesome. And I saw that on your site. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's a cool crossover.
Yep, exactly.
I love seeing like, I've been, kind of in this, if you can call it a space. I don't know if camping is even a space, but it's just cool seeing the local people, mix. I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, exactly.
So you mentioned some other games and products. Is there anything you wanted to talk about, throw out there, or just stuff that's still kind of?
Yeah, I'd say
I don't know that we have anything that's like officially like ready to launch, but I'll let him. If there's, I don't know how much you want to discuss, but
no, our next one will be another conversation game, but it's going to be tweaked towards a different audience a little bit, like still overlanding, still off-roading, but make it a little bit wider. But other games that we have like on the radar, a kids version.
Yeah.
So like kids actually love this game even as is because it gives them something to do in the back seat. You can hand them the radio. So that's been pretty popular. So like a kid specific version. It'll be multi-use though, like not just conversation, because we've been told too, like, hey, my kids love your game so much so like I have to turn off the radio because they're annoying me, like they want to play too much. It's like they're like they leave the driveway and they're like, can we play radio chat? And it's like we're not even meeting with anybody yet. So like something smart. Like that would be good.
I'm so glad you just said that because like I didn't even think, like, I don't need my radio, like I have 4 yapping heads behind me, and this is perfect for that.
I mean, it's funny. Our son is funny. People joke like he's going to become a great conversationalist because we talk about questions and conversation starters more than the average family. But like we were traveling one time, and he's like, I want to ask my own question. We're like, okay, what do you want to ask? He goes, I want to ask everyone what their favorite Lego is. We're like, okay, we're with a bunch of adults. Like, okay.
Oh, dude, I know some.
Okay, here you go.
People.
Yeah. Every single person had, and not just as a kid, literally owned a Lego set that they had recently built. Now we have too, so I guess we should have figured the people we're hanging out with probably also have them, but we had a 10-20 minute conversation about Legos after that.
I mean, mine
Mm-hmm.
came to mind right now. It's the Jurassic Park Overland Jeep that recently.
Oh, that's a cool one.
It's sick. I just built it with my son.
Yeah. That's a good one.
So I just put up in our Discord today, Ken Block's Hoonicorn got released.
Oh, okay.
It's got his own like little action figure and stuff in it, I think, with like 2 heads. It's like limited edition. Like,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Right.
You know who is the big time Lego guy? Is Mikey V. Big time. Yes. I'm talking like, he's gonna get mad at me for saying this, but I'm talking like doomsday ready years worth of Legos to do just in case.
I can see that, though.
I mean, his kids, I'm gonna talk about his kids because they're awesome. They're really smart and they really like Legos. So he always hooks them up with just some sick Legos, and I'm gonna try to like MK Ultra him into buying one of the big Formula One kits, just because I can't drop $500 on one, but I really want to see one built.
Yes.
So yeah, that's cool. I love that. I love bringing the kids into it. I'm like a big softie when it comes to kids. So I love that. I don't really play that character outside of anything else, but I like the kiddos. We had a trip. When was that, Aaron? When we had like a damn daycare going.
Was that last July? We ended up RPA? With the storms?
Was that the same trip that Mikey floated the river on his bed?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it. But yeah, we had, I don't even know how many kids, a lot of kids. And it was awesome. You know why? Because no one could be stressed. No one could worry about like, what's the trail going to be like? Because I don't know. I felt like it made things less stressful in a way, which was cool.
There's a game we played on a trip called Pizza versus Puppies. Have you ever heard of that game?
No.
So okay, so it's another it's a fun game. It's another like it's like a small family run business as well out of the Midwest here, and it's like a board game, but it's a bracket system, like a March. Yeah, but you randomly draw cards, and it'll be like NASA or thunderstorms, and the group has to agree on whether NASA beats thunderstorms, and you define it any way you want, right? Like, people are like, oh, without NASA we wouldn't have had this, and some are like, well, I love to sleep in thunderstorms. You're like, okay, well, is landing on the moon more important than good sleep of thunderstorms? So like, so we tried playing it while driving. The bracket doesn't quite work as well. She's trying to navigate a bracket on her lap.
I mean, it just came down to them. We just started drawing.
And try to the winner goes here. But he was asking over the radio and just listening to all the adults argue. So then he would not like the answer that they would come up with. So then it was basically like he would answer it in the car, and then he'd get on the radio and like we'd give him a point or something if everybody agreed to what he thought, or we get him to convince everybody of his answer. Like we would just change the rules. But that was a fun game. Not our game, no affiliation, but it was another fun game. Like trying to mix the adults and the kids together. You know, especially when you're in the car.
And he was the only kid too.
And he was the only kid. So and we don't want him just bothering us the whole time.
They can bother our friends.
Yeah, you got to bother our friends.
Of going on a trip with us and our child is you also get to get bothered and be reminded of why you
chose not to have kids.
Yes.
You're not a parent? Well, you are this weekend.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So, do you guys any trips coming up? What's next in the pipeline?
Yeah.
He's got some stuff through MSO and just.
Yeah, we have no like family. We're going to do some local trips in Michigan, you know, some local camping trips.
Short weekends just because of how the summer's playing out.
I'll be in West Virginia in 2 weeks, doing a trip. And then I'll be doing, Idaho in July.
Early July.
And then probably some more out of West Virginia later this year.
Cool.
But because of the guide stuff, we go to West Virginia quite a bit. But like last year we did the Michigan Upper Peninsula, we did the Keweenaw Point. We've never done that before, so we did that with a bunch of friends. So this year had
Rocket Range.
Rocket Range. No, I don't think so.
No. I think that's Copper Point. It's the.
Well, we did go to the point. Okay, yeah, we did. But I guess I didn't know. I just didn't know the name.
Yeah, there's a concrete pad. It was.
Oh no! We drove. It was on our map, but we were like running short on time. No, you're right. I had it marked for us to stop. We went all the way to the peak and like camped on, like there was like a million people up there, but it was
that road was so bad. It took us like forever to get through that road.
There,
I'm rolling the dice that because the winter is, I mean, there's like 4 feet of snow up there right now. Still?
Yeah. I think Drummond Island still has like 28 inches or something. I read today.
Yeah, so we'll be up there May I don't know 16th. It's like we'll start in the UP the day that the mixed use roads become mixed use, basically.
Okay.
So I'm expecting a heavy amount of mud. For sure. So it should be pretty interesting. We're gonna end running the High Rock Bay route north to south to kind of bring us a little bit closer back to home. But it should be pretty fun. I think because of the winter, we'll probably not have the mosquito hatch as early as we're going to be up there. I'm hoping. We'll see.
Yep. Yeah. That's probably
she's
true.
Smiling.
I mean, they'll be there. I know they'll be there.
I was going to say, just bring your bug net. Yeah.
I know that we got into some bugs into Vermont, and we like tried to stand out and talk to each other the one night, and it ended up we just hollered from our tents because it was like Alaska. It was so bad. You could hear them like hitting the tent. Like everyone had to turn their lights off, even red lights. These things were coming. It was so bad. Yeah, it was. It was buggy, but that trip is our next real big one. But our April is packed. Aaron, we have Potts Mountain, Virginia.
Yeah, I haven't. You just sprung that on us today. I haven't heard any details on that.
Yeah, well, I was sitting at my son. It was funny. My son was like, "Daddy, I want to take your Nissan out," and I was like, "Say no more," Like we just got one of those. My wife is like Magnolia Homes Incarnate, right? So we have the Starlight calendar, right? Which is like the personified calendar that lives on your fridge,
Yeah.
And I just scrolled through that, and I was like, 12th is open. So load up, brother. We're gonna go get stuck and beat up. So that's the 12th, and then the following weekend is something else in Virginia, and there's one other. What's the third one? I'm drawing a blank.
Is that Troy's trip?
Yes,
the 24th.
Yep.
Rivers and Creeks or something through West Virginia.
Yeah. So, we're gonna be busy. I'm glad gas is $5 a gallon. That's gonna be super sick.
This is a great time.
It's probably. I hope it comes down because I'm driving the old 8-1 all the way up to the UP, so I might need a fuel tanker.
Yeah. We said the same thing, so it's like, it's going to be an expensive year.
Yeah. But I just use the same excuse, like I don't drink. I think that. I think that the last beers that I've had were the freebies that the social loggers from Donald, like in the last half decade. So I don't know, but well, that's cool. I didn't know that you were a guide with MSO. That's cool.
Yep.
I've never done any of their trips. We operate more just as a club. We don't do my guarantee is that there are no guarantees, when folks are crazy enough to come out with us. So that organizational structure or lack thereof seems to work pretty well for us. We're we're like riffraff, but not, too bad.
But it's good that you have it, because like that was some feedback we got. I think when we went, I don't know, we were at an event selling radio chatter, and somebody was saying that they wanted to get into it, but they didn't know like how to find people to do it. And I was like, come to these, and like they went out. I was like, people are organizing to go run trails today, so just I ask if you can go. So I think it's good that you have like that opportunity for people to join.
We that's a fantastic segue actually into
You're welcome.
So for years now, one of our founding members, his name is Steven. Basically, he was the first person that I went off-roading with, besides going solo or going out with my dad. Had another Nissan, and we've been talking about just that for the longest time, of how can we facilitate like Facebook groups, but make just that and get rid of Meta, when we talked about it for a while, and all of a sudden he just said, "Hey, check this out." And this is years later, but he just got a bug up his butt to get going. And now it's live. So I'm like 99% sure he's gonna be on with us next week. But it's a website now. It'll be an app soon as it clears the app store. But it's called Pathfinder Pro. And you can start a club, and your club can be public, your club can be private. You can host events that are public or private. There's like a base camp feature. So imagine a Facebook feed, but it's only local off-roading.
That's cool.
SOS feature for people that are stuck. There's a full garage platform for your builds. So if you want to nerd out on your builds, that's all there. I'm obviously like incredibly biased because like he's my buddy, but also it's really good. There's a whole route builder aspect in it where you can just like almost like Gaia plot, drop waypoints, share GPXs. You can build your whole trip off of it. It's just like for me, because he pulled me in a lot for things that I would need, when I'm putting the trip together. And for me, even right now, which is really what I would say is the infantile stages of it, it checks every single box that I would need. And I love it. So much so actually that, for the last, 7, 8 years now, Facebook has been where I've hosted all the events. I'm probably not doing that on Facebook anymore. I think I'm just fully transitioned to that Pathfinder side because it's really cool. So to your point,
that's cool.
That's something that we have always been trying to solve too. Is like we know you're out there and we want to build it. We just need you to know we're here so that you come.
That's cool.
So
we'll check it out.
It should be fun. Yeah, you guys should check it out. And honestly, I'm sure MSO. I mean, I imagine it would be a great way for them to reach more people too. Yeah, I think Aaron's you're probably going to be using it for the photography stuff, I'd imagine.
Yep.
So that's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to get into that pretty heavily here real soon.
I'm excited for that, man. That's going to be.
Yeah,
really
I
cool.
am too.
I'm glad the truck is back too. I don't know if we didn't talk about that.
We have not talked about that. Yeah, so the motor got put back in the truck. It's running. It's got a rattle. I think it's that motor plate that I didn't bolt in that I ended up just welding to the block because the flywheel was in the way. So I'm going to live with that rattle for a little bit. I am gathering turbo parts. So as soon as I get through emissions, we are hopefully boosting that thing.
Yeah. And if you're from the Maryland Department of Transportation, shut up. You heard nothing.
I'm hoping this is my last time through it. They're bringing back the 25-year-old historic tag instead of just cutting it off at 99.
Good.
Yeah, so they're reversing that. So I should be able to go to historic tags. If not, I'll have to go to street rod, which limits me on miles. But
yeah, but
I got another dash out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Maybe,
I wonder.
allegedly.
I wonder though if it's under, if you like LLC it and register it as the company's truck. I wonder if that changes
In
things for
Montana?
business. I don't know, Whistling Diesel.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. It's going to get interesting. I got a lot to learn there.
You guys have any build stuff going on?
No, I don't think so.
You were
Last
talking
year was a
about
big year.
Yeah, but you were talking about going and kind of just tightening, doing an inventory on everything and like tightening down all the bolts and just.
I think the bed's rattling a little root. I gotta like pull all the cabinets out and probably retighten the bed. I think it's really rattled. But like last year was we had a lot. I had the whole front end ripped apart right like a week before going out west. I finally put a winch in. That was something I was avoiding forever. But
anyways, like a week before the big trip. But yeah,
that new compressor, a new compressor, like air compressor, shower cube. And then we just this year had to put new front suspension on because that blew out.
Oh yeah,
that was getting pretty unsafe to drive. It was getting pretty wobbly. But
that's a weird feeling. Like my first CAMO trip with these guys, I had my truck blown apart in his garage, like welding the frame rails back together. Like bed was off of it. I just put airbags in the back. Like it was a lot of work, and I was like, I got sick the week before we left. So like every little like button up thing, like test drive, none of that got done. I was just like, I'm going. The bed got put on. Kentucky, hope it all works. It did, but it's a weird feeling.
Yeah. I would go out and talk to him, and I was just like, so why can't you do this? He's like, well, this part was wrong. They're overnighting it to me this. And well, what can you do? Well, that can't go into this. And I was just like, I'm leaving.
Everything's half done.
This is stressing me out. You're leaving in like 72 hours and you're driving for like 3 days. Like I gotta walk away. I'm not even going on this trip and I'm stressed out. But he got it all done. And everything works.
That's that buzzer beater stuff gives me anxiety so bad. Like I can't do that. And one of my best friends is the opposite of that. Like the only way that we can get something done is if we finish moments before we have to leave. We took basically a back half trophy truck to one of the 24 Hours of Appalachia events. But what people don't know is that it was basically a pile a week before, and we spent like 36 hours straight twice, in the shop, welding this thing back together, finding problems, robbing Peter to pay Paul with his other Tundra. When we got it down there in the parking lot the night before, it all got wired together and the locker got installed, electronics. And that was the night before the event.
Oh my God.
I could never live with myself. I couldn't do it. It would literally kill me. I mean, these guys know I'm like weird with it though. Like before a major trip, like my truck will be done, prep, pre-trip, packed, and then parked. It's like I don't know.
I think the worst one I ever did was I put brakes on behind a Cracker Barrel after we left to go on the trip. Like I'm talking rotors, pads, like everything.
I did something like that. Yeah. Like we pulled into a low, I think we had just gotten Menards, and like the electrical wasn't working. So we pulled into a Menards. He went and bought the tools, made the repairs, and then went back and returned them.
That's awesome.
No, that's awesome. But no, for me, this was planned. Like me and the other person, we were like, we're going to go and we're just going to do this in the back of the Cracker Barrel. It'll be okay. Like I brought everything. Like I'm jacking the thing up. The brakes are still hot off the interstate. They're just ripping rotors off. Sun's going down. It was good.
That's great.
I did an on the fly total toe adjustment one time knowingly. I just did like an alignment on the ground in my garage with tape measures and took off for a trip because I was late on installing something for this particular trip, and as I was going down the road, the wheels like this, I'd stop like 2 turns here, wheels a little closer, So I've been there, but yeah, I can be a little bit particular, I guess, about prep, but I think it's more so, really more so now. I don't have as much free time as I used to, and I know
You
these
don't
guys
with
all
4
notice
kids? I
it.
don't
Well,
understand.
and I know these guys are all like, "Oh, Nick must be getting soft on us," and it does. I mean, it kills me. But pre-kids, it was quite literally wheel every weekend. I mean, I was,
Mhm.
and at that time too, that my truck was my daily, so I was going out every single weekend. Sunday night, I would be band-aiding this thing back together, and then I'd be driving to work Monday just so I could leave from work Friday and do it again.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and that's like the camo that everyone kind of grew into. And then I started my factory, and it's a little bit different. So I'm really happy now, guys like Aaron and Troy, who have stepped up and like, hey, the momentum's still here. The people are still here. And Nick just can't clone himself, So I really appreciate that, and never want anyone to think that they're gonna step on my toes if they're like, hey, can I lead one? Because that's ultimately, what I
Mhm.
want. But yeah, I do kind of miss the, wheel every weekend thing.
Yep.
Little bit,
It
little bit.
happens.
Yeah, you'll have that with the kiddos, but it's a good
Yep.
spot now where, like I said, they can come with me. Uh, probably I was gonna bring my daughter, but with the whole busted arm thing,
Oh.
she's probably not
Mhm.
gonna. No, she'll be just getting her cast off. So with this fresh atrophied arm, it's probably not going to be the smartest move to take her. So I don't know. I might bring my oldest son. We'll see. We'll see. He's pretty easygoing. I mean, the fallback there is, throw cars on or something, and that solves all problems.
Yeah.
So, well, that's cool. Well, listen, I don't think we talked about it. Where, if somebody lives under a rock and doesn't get your ad, where where can we find Radio Chatter cards?
Yeah, radiochattergame.com is our site. So yeah, radiochattergame.com is where you can purchase it. We're on mostly Instagram at Radio Chatter Game. You do see our ads on Facebook, although we're not active on Facebook. And then we have a couple different wholesalers, OK Four Wheel Drive, CB Adventure Supply, and some others. If you shop from them, it's good. So
Cool.
I guess, the only thing, you did ask about other products, but we just launched actually this week our partnership with Midland.
Oh, no way.
I did see that. This is
Midland's
cool.
actually been a big partner of ours since we started.
Yeah, they've
Okay.
been great.
They've been great to us. So what we did this year, we've had it last few years, we've had different deals. This year we actually have a unique co-branded Midland product that you can
Really?
get for free if you visit them at like Overland Expo, go to their booth, make a purchase,
Yeah.
and they'll give you a 17 card, unique question deck
Cool.
just for Midland.
Mhm.
So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's actually our newest thing, but it's not on our website. You can't purchase it. You have to go and visit Midland at one of their events that they're supporting.
Cool. That's really neat. That's awesome.
Yeah, that gives me a reason to go to an expo now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to
Just
get
the
the
cards.
unique cards.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually probably will go to Expo East this year. I know. I haven't been kidnapped. This isn't a body double. I actually might go to an expo. So yeah, that's cool. I'll have to remember that to check them
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Guys, I appreciate you coming on. That was fun. I feel like this is like right up my alley. I could do this stuff all day. So yeah, it was really nice meeting you. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Yeah, you too. Thanks
for
so
this
much
opportunity.
thanks for reaching out. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, check them out. Get yourself some cards. They're dirt cheap. Don't buy an energy drink for 2 days, and you can get yourself a deck of cards.
Exactly.
I can't do that, but I mean, some people. But anyway, guys, until next time, shiny side up, muddy side down. See you next time.